Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our podcast. It's Healthy Podcast. So, in today's episode, I really like this episode. I really want to talk about this subject because it's quite important. I saw this over the years while I was working with my clients, and it's quite funny because I think affects like thousands of people, millions of people around the world. So, one thing you have to understand is most health problems don't start with laziness. I can, I swear to God, this is a fact actually. This is a fact. I can't really prove it because I need a test. I need I need a test. I need not test, but I need a study. I need to make a study, but surely I really believe that most health problems don't start with laziness. They start with ambition. What I want to say is that lots of people during their lifetime they have they have a promotion, a deadline, um, a role that they've been chasing for years. They want, even if they want to open a business or they want to grow their business or they want to reach a certain level in their life, like financially or career wise. And for a while, during that period, for a while, they postpone their health. So they are chasing that dream, that ambition to achieve. They chase that ambition or dream or target or goal, and during that period they postpone their health. So their health is not a priority at the same level with their ambition or goal or target. So their health are going to the third place or fourth place in their priority schemes. So because of that, they just they don't care. They think on that period like that it stretches for 1 2 years or maybe 5 years. They think is justified because what happens um, during that period on paper, it sounds practical, it sounds logical, because they put long hours. They have everything that involves their health, for example, movement, eating, meal schedules, real food that needs to be prepared, needs to be cooked, needs to take your time to eat it, to chew it, to drink water, to go for a run, to go for to the gym, and all of those things. Okay, on the paper for them, they think I can save a lot of time from doing all of this that impacts my health, and all that time that I save, I can put it towards my goal and my ambition, and I can reach it faster. This is what it shows on the paper because it's about math. So this is what it's rolling in their head on and on and on and on. I can skip that part, but I can improve on this side. I can add more time on this side so I can become faster on this. But actually, it's not working like that. But and you have to understand that health doesn't work on pause. So you can't just get your get take a pause from of your health for your health for 1 to 5 years, for example, and then after 5 years I'll get back and say, oh yeah, my health is a priority right now and I'm gonna work on it, because probably the damages that you create on your health for 5 years, for example, uh, probably will leave quite big scars, or you reach to a point where you get to the hospital and you don't understand why, like for example burnouts or uh, illnesses or bad, I don't know, different type of diseases because of stress that you put on yourself, and your immune system was so weak that you develop some kind of illness or disease or something like this. So health is not working on pause. Doesn't work on pause. Okay. So the other things is that people don't understand that on this period that they are chasing their ambitions or goals target, okay, bad habits and systems are sneaking in, inevitably will sneak in, because it starts from the idea of the paper that all that time that you try to cook your meals and try to have a meal schedule and try to eat healthy and prepare and start staying away from processed food, all that time you put it towards your goal. But because you do that, obviously you have to replace all those meals with faster food, like for example with shakes, processed shakes, um, sweets, candies, chocolate bars, and so many other things that can help you eat faster and still get some energy to be able to keep going with your goal and ambitions and targets. So because of that, you start creating a system, and not only a system, but the system starts creating the bad habits. So, of eating irregularly hours, skipping meals, eating sugary things, and many other things. Okay. And in 1 year, the system, for example, of 1 year or 2 years having this kind of system and creating these bad habits is just, sorry, I just note some ideas down, and I try to keep on track of them because it's quite an important subject for me, because I saw it on and on and on and on along the way working with my clients. So that 1 year creates systems, as I said. So eating whatever is fast, is sitting most of the day, stress becoming constant background noise, training turning into I'll get back to it later. So there's no dramatic collapse, it's just repetition. So basically you just do all these systems, okay, you create this system that creates bad habits, and in the end you just realize, wait a second, what happened, how come after 1 year or 5 years I just get, I don't know, 10 to 25 or 30 kilograms overweight. I How come I got overweight? Why did I get overweight? And you start asking, well, like, I didn't do anything wrong. I eat so less. It's just ridiculous. How come I I got this kind of things? Or why did I get to the hospital? I'm eating so less, and I'm careful. I'm eating just salads and all of that bollocks. So but weight, that amount of weight that you gain, okay, isn't the real issue. The habits are, and actually are not only the habits, is the system that you created involuntarily, because on the paper was quite a reasonable, like in terms of time, you take some time from your health that take cares of your health, and you forward it towards your ambitions and goals. So because of that, you just created a system that creates habits that create whatever the amount of weight that you have right now, you gain over the years. So you didn't gain fat, okay, you build a lifestyle that produces it. You create a lifestyle based on a system, based on a bad habits, and is like a chain reaction. Okay, so it's like an ecosystem. So you create your own ecosystem that creates, that produces that extra fat, that helps you gain fat. And look, this is what I try to explain so many times. Habits formed daily for a year or 5 years don't disappear because a program says 12 weeks. So you trying to access those 3 months programs where the trainers tell you that you're going to lose at least 20 kilograms, it's BS. It's a short term result, will not help you destroy the system or replace or remodel the system you created in 1 to 5 years because you prioritize your career and you postpone your health. And all of those habits you created because of the system you created and lifestyle, it will not, 3 months programs of losing weight will not destroy that, will not change that, will not reshape that, will not do anything to that. This is what you have to understand on that. So the 3 month plans, okay, that you see personal training promoting everywhere, focus on outcomes, and they are promoting those outcomes like before and after pictures, shredded bodies, okay, scale weight, okay. This is what they are focusing on, the number on the scale, calories, and workouts, because every single program will promote the same things like personalized diet, personalized workouts. But it's not true. It's nothing personalized over there. It's just common sense. It's nothing personalized. You think it's personalized because the word personalized is very powerful. It helps you feel special that someone takes care of you, but it's not. Okay. But what is the most important thing about these programs? They ignore the triggers. And the triggers is are like, for example, what actually create the bad habits. The programs will not tell you that. Programs will not ask you that. Programs will not talk with you, okay, and asking you at the beginning, hey, look, before we start, what actually create the bad habits? Do you know? Did you create a list? Do you have a thought about this? No, they say, okay, get into the gym. This is the program. You'll have 3 months programs. This is how much you have to pay. This is the workout. You are coming to the gym every single day or three times per week. This is what you have to eat. I'm giving you this personalized diet. This is what you have to eat for the next 3 months, and that's all. No one asks you, what was your life? When is this all craziness started? What happened? What did you do? What did you want to accomplish? How did you build this system that creates fat, the excess of fat? What exactly causes this, the cravings? Because you develop a habit and develop the system that creates the bad habits. So because of that, whatever you ate in that period, after that starts becoming like cravings because you ate more processed food. So the processed food, the more processed is the food, the more addictive becomes. So you start developing some cravings. So what exactly causes those cravings, for example? No one asks you. The programs will just tell you, you are not allowed to eat that and that and that. This is the list of the things that you are not allowed to eat. So you have to conquer those things. You have to sweat. You have to kill someone. You have headaches and all of that things. Okay, and you have to adapt because you have to adapt. You have to do whatever they told you to do to get those results that they are promising. And if you are not getting those results, they will blame you because you didn't do what they told you to do. It's crazy, it's insane. So also another thing, like for example, they don't ask why the idea of exercising disappear, why you are not interested anymore in exercising. This kind of things and questions they are not asking. They are telling you you have to exercise. That's all. End of discussion. But wait a second. Why did you stop? Or why you didn't start in the past? Or what happened? Like, is it from your family? You were born in a family that did wasn't very active, or your friends, you don't have friends that are active, and all of those things are very important. So without addressing that, the body resists change, not because it's broken, but because it adapted. So the body resists the change. So basically, what will happen with this 3 months program is probably most of, not most, but some people are getting through this hard period of 3 months. They reach their goal of losing, I don't know, 20 kilograms, or the whole weight that they gain in 5 years or 2 years. But the thing is, their body and their brain, they can't adapt. So what happens, and even studies shows that, and I said this in many episodes, 50% of people that are going through this kind of programs, in 2 years they regain their weight back, and more than 85% regain their weight back in 5 years. Can you imagine that? More than 85%. So basically, you are becoming a return customer for them. Because what will happen in your mind is that you perceive this 3 months program as a pill whenever you need. So you will regain the way you get back, because the body and brain can't adapt to this kind of changes of 3 months programs. So you'll slowly reverse back to your old routine, to your old system that you created with the habits that created and all of those cravings. You reverse back, and you slowly but surely you regain weight. So because of that, you always have in your mind the idea, oh, I have a solution, I have the pill over there. So you'll try after 2 to 5 years to get back into those 3 months courses. So this is how 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 things are going. So the first step toward a healthier life, after you accomplished your goal, your ambition, your target, isn't a diet. It's understanding the trigger. So basically, you have, when you achieve that and you realize, mate, I just blow my health. It's just I fucked up my health, so I have to prioritize that. Fuck my ambition, fuck my trigger, fuck my, I don't know. I made so much money, whatever it is. Okay, I need to focus on my health because it's not going very well. So you have to start asking yourself questions and understanding your past. This is the most important first step that you need to do before 3 months programs. Okay, you have to understand what changes I made in the last 2 years that made me gain weight. You can write this down, these 4 questions. Okay, what changes I made in the last 2 years that made me gain weight? So, or maybe 3 years or 4 years. You have to look into your past and start understand, start when you, because everyone starts acknowledge a little bit the moment when they start gaining weight. You can feel it at your jeans, clothes, everything. So you notice, mate, I gain a little bit weight. You look in the mirror, or you go to a party where you try to dress yourself, or in the morning when you take, after you take a shower, you look in the morning and, oh, wait a second, I gain a little bit of weight. Oh my god, it's it's not that it's not good. And because of that, okay, you know the moment when you notice. So ask yourself from that moment what exactly you've done, Okay, how was your lifestyle every single day, like roughly, that made you gain weight? You have to ask yourself, what were the second one? What were my top three priorities in the last 2 years? Because in this way, you realize, hey, look, yeah, I let my health, I know that I let my health down for I don't know how long. So once you understand that, you understand why you prioritize right now the health. Do I need to see fast results now? If you have the urge of going to this 3 months programs where they promise you 20 kilograms, you lose 20 kilograms in 3 months, you have to ask yourself before you apply for those kind of programs, do I need to see fast results now? And if the answer is yes, you have to ask yourself why. Come up with 5 reasons why do you need, because in most of the cases the reason is just a, the reason are so lame, so shallow, so not having nothing correlated with your life, with your purpose, your, I don't know how to call it. Because you can't tell me that you need to see fast results because you need to fit in a suit or a dress for a wedding. You can't. It's against your health. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that you need to see fast results because uh I don't know, you have any very important event and you have to look presentable, or someone makes a laugh out of you, or I don't know, you've been to a social event and someone makes a laugh about how you look, and that's why you need to lose weight fast. No, no, if those are the reasons, are not powerful reasons. Okay, if you are telling me that you are in a very bad situation where you need a surgery and the doctor said, look, I can't give you that surgery because you need to lose weight fast, okay, I can understand that. If you really need that surgery, okay, I understand that. That's a powerful reason, but the other ones is not are not. So what is the fourth one? What is the smallest, easy and playful action I can take now to reverse the cycle? So because you understand what changes you made, and you kind of understand the system you created and the habits that you created, try to reverse now, work on that cycle, and try to find a very easy, small and playful action that you can take to reverse that cycle. So for example, every single time when I start working with a client at yourtrainer.uk, I always tell them, for example, the first exercise is when you brush your teeth in the morning and in the evening, try to stay try to stay in one leg. Okay, at the beginning you can hold with your hand, you can support yourself to the wall next to you or to the sink, but try to brush your teeth in one leg. And after 2 3 days, try to make it harder and try to not support yourself and raise the other leg as high as possible, your knee as high as possible when you brush your teeth. And when you try to make the exercise even harder, try to close your eyes. Close your eyes, stay in one leg, your knee, the other knee as high as possible. Close your eyes and try to. It will improve your balance a lot. A lot. Will help your knees a lot, your stable balance, as I said. And it's a very small action. It doesn't take a lot of time. You just brush your teeth, you already do that. But because you are doing this thing, okay, it's a playful way. It's it's just very playful, because you'll see how hard it is, and you get out of balance, and it's morning and you just wake up. And also if you have kids, you can do this with them as well and make it playful and so on. It's the smallest, this is the smallest action that I take with my clients at yourtrainer.uk, because it's very playful. So until you answer those questions, every plan is temporary. Okay, so if you go to 3 months program, you lose 20 kilograms. As I said, there are studies that can show you you will get back eventually to the old routine, because your body and brain can't adapt to this kind of programs. So look, career success and health don't compete with each other. You have to understand that. I understand the idea of you have a little bit of chaos. You can't have work-life balance when you try to achieve your goals in terms of career or finance or whatever you have in your life. I understand that there is a chaos period, but you have to understand that health and success don't compete against each other. Actually helps each other. The more care you take on your health, the better is for your success. The better, the more chances you have to success. Because in I saw a few people, and lots of successful people can confirm that some of people reach their success and they start spending all that money that uh, they get out of the success they achieved on their health. But also they realize they can't repair their health because they damage it so bad that they can't repair it. So no money in the world can repair it. So you have to understand health does not compete against success. So don't break it. And also, always unmanaged ambition always wins short term. So you can win your ambition, you can get your success, but once you damage your health, you can't really get back. If you scratch it so hard, you can't repair it. It's something like that. And the most important thing about health, and this is what I mentioned earlier, is that health always sends the bill later. And when it sends the bill later, some of them, some of the bills can't be paid. Unfortunately, this is the truth, can't be paid. So if you don't want to keep restarting, as I said with these 3 months programs, stop trying to fix the results and start rebuilding the structure that lead there. I'm going to repeat one more time this thing, and hopefully it will stick with you. Okay, if you don't want to keep restarting, stop trying to fix the result and start rebuilding the structure that lead there. See you next time. Bye.